My husband invited his coworkers to my intimate birthday dinner, including his pick-me colleague, who's passive-aggressive and rude to me. So, I verbally destroyed her. For my birthday, I planned a quiet dinner at a restaurant I'd wanted to try for months, just for my husband Elliot and me. I'm a work-from-home mom now. I have a law degree and practiced for years, but after becoming a mom, I transitioned into a role where I could still work in the field without spending my life in courtrooms. I'm by no means unattractive, but let's be real, working from home while raising a toddler doesn't give me much time to dress up or go out. He booked the reservation, I set up childcare, got dressed up, and was genuinely looking forward to one peaceful night when I wasn't just someone's mom or wife, I could just be me. This was my first time at this restaurant, and when we pulled up, I was genuinely in awe of how beautiful it was. Warm lights, cozy vibe, amazing smells from the open kitchen. I was touched that Elliot had picked such a perfect place. It felt like he saw me for a moment and wanted me to have something special. We went out for an early dinner around 5:30 to be home before our daughter's bedtime. Once we sat down, the evening started beautifully. Elliot and I were enjoying a glass of wine, and he was complimenting me on how I looked, how proud he was of me, and how hard I work. I was finally beginning to relax and feel like I could enjoy the night. Then he casually dropped, "Oh, by the way, Michael and Natalie from work are joining us." I blinked. "You invited coworkers to my birthday dinner?" He shrugged. "They've been wanting to try this place. I thought it'd be fun." "Fun for whom?" "Now, Natalie. I met her for the first time at one of Elliot's company parties about a year ago. She struck me immediately as the type who performs charm but thrives on passive aggression. The kind of woman who sizes you up before she says hello." She commented, "You're so lucky you don't have to work a demanding job, and I could never stay home. I'd lose my mind without real stimulation," she said, out loud, that staying home with kids would drive her insane. All of it with that syrupy, performative tone meant to sound supportive, but it isn't. I mentioned it to Elliot afterward, and he told me I was probably misreading it and that Natalie's just a little intense sometimes. When she and Michael walked in, I was instantly annoyed, but I bit my tongue. I told myself to just get through the dinner. The first conversation was mainly office chatter between them, which I tuned out. But once that topic fizzled out, Natalie turned her attention to me. "Wow, you really dressed up. You must be so patient. I'd lose my mind if I didn't have a career to focus on." Some women aren't built for high-pressure environments, and that's fine. We'd already ordered dinner by that point, and I tried so hard just to ignore it, to keep the peace, enjoy my food, and not let her get under my skin. But Michael picked up on it. At one point, he cut in and said, "Natalie, come on," and tried to change the subject, but she just smiled like nothing was wrong and kept going. I looked at Elliot, waiting for him to say something, but he just laughed awkwardly, then changed the subject. I sat there for a second, then calmly put my napkin down, looked her dead in the eye, and said, "You know, Natalie, it's honestly kind of sad watching you try to elevate yourself by undermining other women. You hide behind polished comments and faux support because you don't have the emotional intelligence to connect without competition. You talk a big game about pressure and intellect, but from where I'm sitting, all you've got is a fragile ego wrapped in designer branding. You keep mentioning how staying home with your kids would drive you crazy, maybe because you know you couldn't handle a life that doesn't give you constant external validation. I've met first-year associates with more authenticity and self-awareness." She went quiet, smile gone. I turned to Elliot and said, "Enjoy dinner," then stood up and walked out. When I got home, I paid the babysitter and sat with everything for a few minutes. Then I called a few close friends and family. Most were on my side. They said Natalie was way out of line, and Elliot completely dropped the ball by